Hello Patreon pals. Today I woke up and I was thinking, hey, I'm going to make a piece of artwork. Yesterday I discovered a new way to use my table saw. I made this skull and then I cut out little divots every ½ inch. And I thought, well, this skull didn't turn out that swell. I was just excited to see how it looked with a bunch of different colors on it. But I wanted to try that again. But instead of doing that, that's my table saw right there. What we're going to do is we're going to make a dust collection system. It is very not artsy, but sort of artsy. So yesterday, before I made my skull, I had to fine-tune this crosscut sled that I had made about a year ago, and I could never get it to go straight or be steady, and that is because I never had rails that fit right. So yesterday I made some rails out of old pallet wood. I screwed them in, and I used a little WD-40. And the thing works like a dream now. This is just a piece of MDF board on the bottom and 2 pieces of 1x3 or 2x4. And now I can make very safe crosscuts. This is much better than this thing. You don't want to use this thing on this thing. This thing's a beast. I don't even know why. He's not paying rent. I don't even know why I let that guy hang out here. It took about an hour and 20 minutes to figure out how to make these rails because I kept making them and then I'd screw them in and they'd split. So I went against the grain. I drilled the holes against the grain and that worked. Is this interesting to you? I don't know. It's interesting to me. I think it was either Norm Abram or Dave Picciuto made me think of the importance of a crosscut sled a year ago. That's probably Dave. Thanks, Dave. But anywho, I think about the amount of time that I spend sweeping up all of the crap this thing makes. And let me show you what I had in place before. Well, here we are at the bottom of the table saw. I built this out of 1x3s, so it was the same height as my workbench, so I could use that as an outfeed table. And this is just packing material that I stapled around the bottom of the table saw. The table saw is hollow, so things fall down. There's also a hole in the back if you have a vacuum dust collection system. But this is the easiest. But before I just taped a trash bag on here and let the dust fall into the bag so I could throw the bag away. But I don't know if you can see the ground here. There's a lot of crap all over the ground. It doesn't contain it very well. So I thought I need to make a little compartment with an easily removable something. And how do I do that for cheap or free? Well, that's what we're going to do today. Oops. I cleaned this out the best I could. Now, what I want to do initially is I want to recreate what I attempted to do with that piece of foam, except I'm going to do it with cardboard this time, kind of make a funnel that I can plug a box underneath. So I'm going to need to measure this and then do some math. My favorite. admit that my original idea had to do with a gazillion different cuts and angles of cardboard, but in the end I just decided to make this with one Amazon box. There you go. That looks like it'll work just fine. I'm just going to use a staple gun. Well, okay. Subscribing to the work smart, not hard way of thought. I was originally going to try to make a box around this entire thing so nothing could get out. But if I just sealed this up and then made sure that the mechanism underneath caught the dust well enough, I think that would take care of that issue. Design change. Just got to figure out a way to seal these up. I think just tape would do that. So I chose this box to be removable and emptyable. Since dust doesn't weigh that much, I thought that this would probably be very effective. Just a piece of rope. And you can push the rope out of the way to get the box out of the way. Let's see. I might have to flip this thing over. I can't think upside down right now. Stranger things, upside down. Well, every once in a while it can flood down here. So everything I've designed it's not resting on the floor. It's got to hang out, not on the floor. So, let's see. I want this to easily be able to come out. I had the idea. Just going to screw this box into both sides. Unscrew it when it's time to empty it. It's dirty enough, right? And all it needs to do is keep dust from falling on the floor. Now, of course, some of it's going to plop up through the sides because it's dust. But, yeah, I basically replaced bags with boxes. That's what I did. But hopefully this will keep the floor tidy. I remember why I let this dumb thing hang out here. Because there's nowhere to hang the cord on. There you go, perfect.